Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Monday, November 26th, 2018. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Premier of Nevis, the Honourable Mark Brantley, is part of a delegation from St. Kitts and Nevis who is attending the first UAE Caribbean Cooperation Forum. Premier Brantley, who is also the Federation's Minister of Foreign Affairs, made the disclosure at his November 20th press conference.
That I am part of a delegation to Dubai, to the United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates has invited all of CARICOM to visit for a CARICOM UAE summit. They have invited ministers of finance, ministers of foreign affairs, and ministers of culture, and have allowed each of those ministers to have two persons accompany him or her. So when you do the math, you have an average of 9 persons who would be going from each of the CARICOM countries. Whilst there, we anticipate that we will be engaged in some high-level discussions. I've seen the itinerary, and we have a number of outstanding bilateral issues with the UAE that I would be pursuing, including the issue of visa waiver access, visa-free access to UAE, which, as you know, has been a signal part of my tenure as foreign minister. I have been able to enlarge in a very great degree the number of countries, the network of countries that we can travel to without a visa.
The delegation from St. Kitts and Nevis is comprised of 10 members.
The delegation is led by the Honourable Sean Richards as the Deputy Prime Minister, and my +2 will be the Honourable Eric Evelyn, who as Minister of Culture in Nevis, will accompany me, and my Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ms. K. Bass, will accompany me. Mr. Richards will have 2 accompanying him, and I believe the third member, substitute for the Minister of Finance, will be Minister Lindsay Grant, and he will have 2 members accompanying him. The UAE government is funding not only for St. Kitts and Nevis, but for all the rest of CARICOM as well to attend this particular summit.
Meantime, on Sunday, November 25th, the first UAE Caribbean Cooperation Forum opened at the Ritz-Carlton DIFC, Dubai. After welcome remarks from the Minister of State for International Cooperation and the Minister of the Economy, the chairman of the UAE Chamber of Industry and Commerce gave opening remarks. A panel captioned "Embracing International Cooperation" followed, reiterating the multiple opportunities that exist between both regions to cooperate and execute good business. Reiterated throughout the panel was Dubai's success as a young nation for more than 40 years and how its experience can serve as a model and inspiration to the Caribbean and the world. Roadblocks to trade and investment were ventilated, and suggestions on how to seize and maximize the opportunities followed. Panelists included Her Excellency Reem Al Hashmi, Minister of the Economy, His Excellency Sultan Al Mansouri, Prime Minister of St. Lucia Alan Chastanet, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Dominican Republic, His Excellency Miguel Vargas. The forum continued with 2 other panels: the role of the private sector in building a connected and competitive future, and renewable energy and green innovation, curbing climate change. In related news, bilateral meetings ran concurrently with the panel discussions, and Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honourable Mark Brantley, had the opportunity to engage Her Excellency Reem Al Hashmi on matters of priority to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis and of interest to the United Arab Emirates. Minister Brantley reiterated the intention of the government of St. Kitts and Nevis to upgrade its Consulate General to an embassy in Abu Dhabi by the first quarter of 2019. The UAE minister expressed her government's appreciation for this gesture. The 2 ministers recalled discussions regarding the visa waiver agreement and again intimated their willingness to conclude this important cooperation initiative to foster people-to-people contact and more business opportunities. Alternative energy, specifically geothermal energy, was among the other areas for cooperation which were explored. Minister Al Hashmi expressed appreciation for the support St. Kitts and Nevis continues to lend to her country in the international arena. Minister Brantley congratulated the minister on the advanced preparations her country continues to make as host of Expo 2020 and expressed the delight of St. Kitts and Nevis to participate in this global event due to take place in Dubai. Accompanying Minister Brantley to the meeting were Kay Bass, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Justin Hawley, Consul General of St. Kitts and Nevis in Dubai, and Elsa Wilkin Armbruster, St. Kitts and Nevis's Commissioner for Expo 2020. Still to come.
I'm very impressed with what we are seeing, and the Ministry of Health will continue to advance its health promotion initiatives.
The details after this break.
Hey girl, what's up? What brings you by?
Girl, I got awesome news from Inland Revenue Department.
What awesome news that? The only news that I get from the department is that they got to spend money. What the news be?
The Inland Revenue Department is waiving all interest on your outstanding property tax bills in excess of $100.
What? What are you saying? So weird. If my interest is $1,000, how much I got to pay?
All you're required to pay is the $100 and the outstanding tax due. If for some reason you are unable to pay your property tax in full this month, the department is also offering payment arrangement plans to make settlement easier. But remember, you have to come to the department between November 1st and December 31st to qualify.
Inland Revenue doing big things. I like it. This is a great way to encourage payment and still allowing the tax rate to save some dollars.
So girl, look at it this way. You can use your extra $900 on the VAT reduction day in December. So be a responsible tax citizen and get your property taxes paid in full.
Welcome back. The Nevis Island Administration's Ministry of Health has embarked on a 4-year project called Improving Household Nutrition Security and Public Health in CARICOM. On Friday, November 23rd, Principal Investigator of the project, Dr. Alafia Samuels, visited the Charlestown and Joycean Liburd primary schools.
St. Kitts and Nevis have been chosen as one of the 3 countries in CARICOM that will be the focus of our project. And we are very, very pleased to be here in Nevis today, because in Nevis we are seeing examples of excellent programs to improve childhood nutrition, which is so important in fighting childhood obesity, which is a major problem in our countries today. And I'm very happy that Chef Michael has taken initiatives along with the Ministry of Health in order to address some of these problems.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Nicole Slack-Liburd, was also on the tour. The Permanent Secretary recorded the support of the ministry and, by extension, the Nevis Island Administration.
The Ministry of Health, I should say Nevis, is pleased to be part of this 4-year project, which will investigate risk factors for obesity, also in children. For the last 3 days, there was a workshop held in St. Kitts looking at the drivers of obesity and looking at the various actors in the process, including in agriculture, for example, school meals, education, and we would have had various discussions. And now today we're doing site visits, looking at some of the initiatives Nevis has taken, including the introduction of a school meal chef approximately 4 years ago that has been bringing some innovative ideas to school meals, making the meals more appealing for our young children to eat. We've had an opportunity to sample, as we heard earlier, and we're very impressed with what we are seeing. And the Ministry of Health will continue to advance its health promotion initiatives.
Executive Chef of the School Meals Program, Michael Henville, also toured both primary schools. Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris, has announced duty-free allowances on food items and non-commercial imports for the period December 1st to 31st, 2018. While appearing as the special guest on WinFM's Voices program on Friday, November 23rd, Prime Minister Harris stated that food items up to the first £400 will be free of duties and taxes. According to the St. Kitts and Nevis Information information service, persons who are traveling would be allowed a duty-free allowance of EC $540 or US $200 off the cost, insurance, and freight value of their goods, the Honorable Prime Minister added. The duty-free allowances announced by the Prime Minister complement the 2 discounted value-added tax VAT rate days planned for Friday, December 14th and Thursday, December 20th, 2018. On those days, all VAT-registered businesses will charge VAT at the rate of 5% on the sale of goods only. All tangible items that are presently subject to 17% VAT will qualify for the discount VAT rate. For vehicle purchases, VAT will be exempt on the first $50,000, with VAT at the standard 17% charged thereafter. Non-tangible items such as the supply of professional services will continue to be subject to the 17% VAT rate. Services such as legal fees, restaurant supplies, rent, tickets for the game of chance, including the lottery and raffles, top-ups and phone cards, will not have the VAT reduced rate. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Fontie Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.